That smile. That smile, Percy. Okay, Demon, can you kill Delilah then? I'm really gonna be mad if she survives, guys. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Legend of Vox Machina. We are now on the season finale of season 1, which is episode 12, and it is called The Darkness Within. So the last episode was crazy, lots of battles going on, probably the biggest battle that we saw our group have to face this season. They went up against Delilah and Silas right in the ziggurat, which they were able to find with the help of, what was her name now, Ripley? Unfortunately, in the fray, Ripley had escaped because there was no way for them to really stop her without alerting the Briarwoods of their presence. So she's in the wind, but I have a feeling we're going to definitely see her again. But anyways, we had an epic battle. We had siblings against siblings. We had Pike against Silas. We had, oh goodness, siblings against siblings. We had both the twins and Percy, the Dorolos. So there was a lot going on, but in the end, they did manage to take out Silas, and Delilah was heartbroken, understandably, after the previous episode. We saw all the lengths that she went to save Silas in the first place. So her losing him was basically her final straw. She went into the inner chamber of the ziggurat, and she ended up starting the ritual to bring forth the Whispered One into this plane. They were able to put together the pieces of what she was trying to do a little bit too late, but that was thanks to Scanlan, the Scan Man, coming through with those skills. But anyhow, they did manage to break into the inner chamber and stop Delilah, but she'd already gone through quite a bit of the ritual by the time they did. And so they did take her down, but we see that there's this ominous black sphere that's spinning in the background since her passing. So we're not sure what that means. And I have a sneaking suspicion that while the ritual may have stopped, I don't think that they stopped a possible domino effect of what the beginnings of that ritual started. And maybe it's even more dangerous because it wasn't completed. So I don't know what's going to happen. The team was a little bit scared as far as what this means. And we're going to have to just keep watching to find out exactly where that's going to put us for the end of this season. So I'm ready to jump into this episode. But just before I do, a reminder that I do a lot of different reactions here on this channel, including this show. And if you'd like to be notified of when I do more, season 2 is going to be coming up right away for this show, and you'd like to support me, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, please show it some love with some thumbs up and some likes below. With that out of the way, let's get into the episode right about now. Black Orb of Doom. Black Orb of Doom.
It's not working. We're losing her.
The Whispered One did not return.
She's not dead?
There's nothing to be done. Keyleth is gone.
Well, let's hold on.
He came for.
Finish it.
Something's not right. Let me try,
Why are we not taking out Delilah?
Away from the orb! We're not done with you yet.
That's right, you better drag her ass. But really, I don't think, we don't need to go through, I know the torture is so tempting, but you really just should take her out. Don't take his blood sword. I don't think it's a good idea.
Finders keepers.
I'm pretty sure that thing is pure evil. Pure evil.
Hey,
put it down, Vax.
big guy.
Or, Grog, put it down.
I need it. Hurry.
Do we even know that the elixirs are going to work?
There's no more.
They could make it worse.
Forgive me.
What did you do? You literally didn't do anything. None of you did, really. This is all on that hag that's still breathing. Keyleth's barely breathing, but why is Delilah still breathing? I'm sorry, I'm with No Mercy Purse on this one. Ew.
Disgusting mud and spit. Turn into some healing shit.
Beautiful.
You controlled me for years. Now it's your turn to suffer.
We don't have time.
He denied me. Abandoned me.
I'll gladly send you to him.
Please.
Taken my husband. And any hope of getting him back. What more could I lose?
Your life. Let's do that.
No.
That smile.
Will linger
That smile, Percy.
until I flay the skin from what's left of you.
Oh, okay, Percy, taking this a little far.
No, he's not. Shh, don't interrupt the masterpiece.
Suffering will be merely a taste of the pain you inflicted upon my family.
Yes. This is my favorite sermon of the season.
It's a demon.
gets what it wants, I don't think much of Percy will be left.
Well, damn it if you put it that way.
Step aside.
You're going to shoot me too?
I mean, the demon will.
Darling, take off the mask.
Who are you, darling? We're not that close. Don't talk to my man like that.
You can put it down.
It won't let me.
I really think we just need to kill Delilah first.
I don't know what else to do. No.
Orthax, we got a name now. Okay, demon, can you kill Delilah then? I'm really gonna be mad if she survives, guys.
If it's inside his mind, his soul, only he can stop it.
Oi! Keep him from killing Delilah. Piece of cake.
Y'all could just kill Delilah first. Like, she's gotta die. She's gotta die, guys.
I'm afraid I must.
Percy!
All right, time to see Percy's soul. And this is what sucks. I'm assuming Orthax is what gave Percy the strength he needed so long ago when he was so broken. But a demon is a demon.
Which is more powerful? The desire for revenge or the ability to forgive?
Unfortunately, he's right. Vengeance definitely is easier.
Bastards!
Yep, it's easier. Damn, Orthax is very good at manipulating Percy's emotions and has likely been doing it for a very long time. Oh, poor Percy cannot see what's real anymore.
I'm not hungry.
You look pale, boy. Like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, that reflection was cool.
Not again! Not again!
This is what happens, kids, when you don't deal with your repressed trauma. This is what happens. It kind of comes out in a really bad way. How does this gun not running out of bullets? Thank you. I was just thinking that. Unless, of course, they're not being fueled by natural causes anymore. But see, honey, this has already happened. I understand embracing the hate, but he says, or else what? Your family's never coming back. Ow.
Dr. Burns.
Pepper.
Fight. Yes.
I mean, listen, I'm so conflicted because I know this isn't right because Percy's soul should be his own. But the power that this thing is giving him is it's kind of doing it. It's kind of doing it for me. I will not root for the bad guy. I will not root for the bad guy.
Who are you?
You know exactly.
I really don't, actually. I haven't been talking to you.
Summoned me.
Oh, did I?
Torment and thirst for revenge.
There we go.
Called me to your side.
That's what I said. Okay, so I was right in that it came to him. Last episode, I wasn't sure if he had manifested it himself or if he'd drawn something to himself because of all of his rage.
Welcoming my help. Welcoming the rage that fueled you to create it. The weapon. We struck a bargain.
Oh, did you?
Give me souls to feast upon.
I mean, I feel like it's a fair exchange, to be perfectly honest. Just not the whole keeping my soul thing. Look at this hoe sliding away now. I told y'all.
You're his sister. Reach him.
She's like, I also want to mention, if you notice my collar, that I'm severely devoid of blood at the moment. A little delirious.
Hate feels good. It drowns the pain. I've seen how easily it consumes you. If you reclaim yourself, you won't hurt the ones you love.
And you
I
do
know
love
Percy
new
within.
people now, so...
I'm here for you.
We all are.
Wow, okay. Orthax said, I'm tired.
You did this to me! And you'll pay!
So much repressed hate. Oh, those are tempting words.
You know who to trust, Percy.
Someone just go over and start kicking Delilah in the face a few times so that he can feel better.
I won't let you!
No, Percy! perfect body.
Say something. Is it you?
Well, most of me anyway.
You shot me!
Oh, there. You'll be okay.
Thank you for not dying.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all let that happen.
You had the chance to kill me, and you failed miserably.
Losing one's family is a wound that cannot be mended.
At least he saw the sunlight one last time.
That's true.
The Whispered One will finish what we began. And when he returns, cities will fall. Titans will rise. Rivers will flow with the blood of...
Thank you. It had to happen. It had to happen. It had to. Because I was like, you let this girl live, y'all gonna regret it. And honestly, Cassandra was the one who really deserved to do it the most. She'd been tortured by them for years.
I'm glad you forgave her, brother. But I could not.
Amen. He didn't forgive her, by the way. If it wasn't gonna forfeit his soul, he would have put 6 bullets in her head. Let's be real. Into the acid, a fitting end. No Viking funeral for you. Ooh, well, the pepper box.
I don't think so, buddy. The curse is lifted. Yeah, maybe you're... Nah.
He'll just make another one.
Take me to make another.
Okay, maybe it was a good idea.
I'll be damned.
Scanlan's face.
Hey, how'd you know that demon was still in there?
He didn't.
Total guess.
Yeah, I was like, he just thought. I mean, yeah, I guess it was forged while he was still under the curse, so. But he can just make another one. I don't know, guys. Is this tree ever going to be okay? Oh, can we not have people hanging from it? I don't think that's good energy for the century. Yes, yes, you are. Pay out. In ale.
It was nothing. Nothing at all.
Scanlan's looking for his next conquest.
Anyway, I may need a bed tonight. You see, freedom fighting is tiring work.
Just survive the apocalypse, Scanlan. They don't need your gonorrhea.
Ew. Damn. It's the ones closest to you.
What happens now?
That is the
Will
question.
you stay and rebuild?
Ew, no, that's work.
That's not the temperament of a leader. But you, Cass. Of all our
I think it was
family, you
always
were the
supposed to be
bravest.
Cass, let's be real.
Everyone here suffered from the Briarwoods, but you endured it.
That leader speech, yes.
We have responsibilities. To the realm, to my Aramente.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna walk away.
Fair enough. That may be all you can do at this moment.
Did any of you see a woman named Ripley flee from the palace? Tattered clothes, missing hand.
Total sociopath, yeah.
I worry we'll meet her again.
You will.
Hey, what about that thing at the top of the zipper twat? The spinning orb of death?
Right?
One of our holy men already went to investigate it.
And did they come back? Don't tell me you touched it. Dumbass. And it grew, right?
Hopefully, it's not dangerous.
Oh!
So, stick it...
Okay.
Actually, I might be able to get us home a little quicker.
How?
Darling, you've got this.
Votes of confidence from Vex. Oh, you're this much closer to becoming sister-in-law.
Sentry,
Still in there?
talk to me.
You had a whole bunch of evil just shoot through you last episode. Aw, Percy actually is at peace. I mean, what's funny is that he basically got revenge on everybody with the exception of the engineer. Hey guys, want to walk through the innards of a tree? You kind of deserve that though. Peace out, sis. We'll be back. Maybe. Probably not though. At least you have a home now, Percy. Ah, this looks so much better. The poverty is gone, and the dead people. I mean, obviously super. Oh, a jewel. That's a nice touch. But yeah, let's go back to happier surroundings. And look at that, another pepper box in record time. Oh yeah, I forgot about the bear. It's been so long.
Epic story of our adventure.
Well
the dragon,
done.
the vampires, the cyclops I vanquished. Our legend shall be told.
In song!
Of course. Of course it will.
The Sovereign has summoned you to the cloud top.
What, like now?
This instant. When the king summons you, you go. Right away. Really? The highest parapet? You about to push me off or something? You plotting on me, King?
Sovereign Uriel is to make a proclamation. Seems juicy. The whole council.
Let's hope it's not a bad thing. Hopefully all that mind control wore off.
I allowed strangers into our midst, entrusting them with power they never should have had. Vox Machina saved us from this threat.
Think this side.
My weakness put the realm in jeopardy, but never again.
Oh, he's got cute babies.
I hereby renounce the throne and cede the government to the Council of Taldore.
What? Is that a good idea?
In addition to the council members you already know, we will be adding...
Oh, great. Now who's here? What dragon's there? A dragon attack? Are we getting a dragon attack? Because in the earlier part of the season, they said there would be more. Yes, of course. One? No. 2, 3? Why do they always come for us? Can't you all attack another kingdom? Damn it. How many is that? 4? Okay. 4 isn't a lot, but not bad, right? Right? And that's how we end the season. Wow. Okay. Well. Okay, guys, so ends season 1 of The Legend of Vox Machina, and I think that was really, really well done. Really well-crafted story, told really well. The pacing overall of this show, I think, was great. 12 episodes was just enough, and I think they did a really good job of giving every character some background, give us some understanding. I mean, some characters definitely didn't get as much development, and that could be either because their characters are not necessarily that complex. I'm looking at potentially Grog. I'm just saying this as an assumption, not that it's a truth. Keyleth was kind of light on background as well, and Scanlan. I think we definitely got the most out of the twins. Obviously, this was Percy's season, and we definitely got a little bit more information on Pike. But anyhow, we still got an idea of all of these characters, the way they think, and how their different perspectives and talents have all created this, as the king just said, unconventional but very effective team. And this whole adventure they had to go on from episode 1 all the way through to this finale, it really helped to forge them together as a team, because we saw back in episode 1, they were on the very verge of breaking up as a group because they didn't really have anything to strongly hold them together. Like, yeah, they liked each other well enough. They clearly could work fairly well together, but you saw that they were literally about to separate because they were broke and they didn't have any missions to do, and they had a bad reputation. But now, between what they had to go through with the dragon and then obviously this whole arc with the Briarwoods, it really helped them to understand not only what their skills are and how they work well together, but it really forged how much they mean to each other. And that's really what holds a group together, is that love and care and respect and that sense of family. And we really saw that at the end with Percy in this episode, literally fighting his demons to not lose his soul. And so that was the really cool thing in this episode, because as I mentioned in the last episode, I really wasn't certain as to what the source was behind Percy's black smoke. Was it something that he was generating himself? You know, that was somehow a manifestation of everything he'd gone through? Or was it that he inadvertently attracted something because of all the rage and fear that he had? And it turned out to be the latter. And we finally got a face to it and a name this episode. And very smart that in the captions there that they made sure not to name the voice or the smoke until now. And so now we know it is a separate entity. It was given a label of a demon. And we discovered that this demon was attracted to the desperation, the rage, the anger, the desire for vengeance that Percy had, because that's really all he had when he was alone for all those years. And so it became his silent partner and fueled his revenge. And again, I think Percy was definitely more in the driver's seat initially, but as he started to satiate that vengeance and feed it, the demon was getting stronger and stronger. And that's why, as they said, that the team kept saying, like, the smoke's getting thicker, it's happening more, it seems like it's becoming more of a thing. And so, as I said last episode, I was really worried that, okay, he's feeding this thing, and I don't know if the feeding it is a good thing, because it's getting darker and he's getting less and less controlled about it. And so, yes, throughout the episode, you saw me not necessarily rooting for him to get rid of it, because listen, it's badass. I mean, the powers it was giving Percy's were pretty badass. We can't lie and say that if this demon had not been a demon and this had just been an ability, it wouldn't have been the worst thing ever for Percy to have. I mean, my boy could teleport. He had this smoke that can knock people around. Like, let's face it, it would have been a pretty sweet power to have as far as what they do as a group. However, as soon as we heard that if he did in fact kill all the people that were on his barrel, it would just basically forfeit his soul to the demon. He'd no longer be in control, or the real Percy would be gone. I guess it was the right call for him not to go there. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, obviously that's not a fair deal. And again, it's a demon, right? So of course it wasn't going to be a deal that benefited Percy truly. It's going to be to benefit the demon. So yeah, seeing Percy actually have to work through all of his trauma, and I said it in the episode, the fact that he'd repressed it for so long and not talked about it for so long, which we heard, I think it was Vax in particular, talking to him about earlier this season about, you can't bottle this up, you need to talk about it. And he was always like, yeah, it's fine, I'm fine, later. But we see that that's exactly why this demon was able to take hold of him for so long, and why it was so hard for Percy to fight it off, because he had repressed all that anger, all that sadness, all that fear, all of that guilt, and it was just churning around inside of him and feeding this demon. And of course, the demon learned how to manipulate Percy with that, because we saw that even when Percy was trying to, at the end, be like, no, I don't want to hurt my friends. Like, I don't want to do all that. Like, I just want to get revenge on this one woman who very much deserves it. And the demon was like, nope. Let me show you all these things. Let me show you all your triggers. Let me show you your family who died. Let me have them say things to you that they never would have said about how you failed to save us. This is all your fault. Let me show you all these people who mocked you in your pain, right? So he, of course, knew all these triggers, because that's what's been cycling in Percy's head and heart for whatever it's been, the last 10, 20 years that he's been sitting with this. So those were his unresolved feelings. That was what he had to learn to let go. And this is why I've said this in a lot of other shows, and I didn't really say it in this one, but it applies, which is forgiveness is very important. And a lot of people, when they hear the word forgiveness, they think, oh, I'm saying that what they did was okay. That's not what forgiveness is. The literal definition of forgiveness is to let go. It's to let it go. And letting it go is necessary to move forward. Percy needed to forgive himself. He needed to forgive what happened. And he needed to forgive even the Briarwoods, in the sense of letting go of what they did, because there was nothing he could do about it. And we saw that the demon kept throwing it as a manipulation tactic to Percy, of like, oh, if you kill her, it's going to fix everything. It wouldn't. His parents will always be gone. His family will always be gone, with the exception of Cassandra. That will never be changed. And that's why you have to let go of things, because a lot of times, whatever someone did to hurt you, or whatever the situation is, it usually is irreversible. It's done. You can't go back in time and fix it. So you need to let it go so that you can move forward with what your life is going to be like going forward. And Percy needed to do that. He needed to let go of what the Briarwoods did and the people who hurt him did, because it wouldn't bring his family back, and it wouldn't change the damage that has happened to Whitestone since. When he let that go, he could focus on how do we rebuild and how do we move forward, no matter what these people did, right? So again, I'm still not arguing that those people had to die, because they were clearly not at all remorseful for what they did, and they were going to continue to hurt people. But the idea of, just kind of getting this blind vengeance, that was never going to fix anything. And so that's why the forgiveness is important. Like in these characters, in this show, and in life, learning to let things go is really for your benefit, for your sanity, for your growth, not because you're letting these people off the hook, so to speak. So anyways, we see that that was the ultimate battle of the episode, really, was Percy versus himself and that demon. But eventually he did decide that he didn't want to hurt his one last family member, not to mention the family that he's created with Vox Machina. And kudos to Vox Machina as well for resisting just taking him out. I mean, it crossed a few people's minds, but thankfully the love that they had for him was enough for them to literally risk their lives in hoping that he would get to the point where he could fight this demon off himself. And eventually he did do that and make that choice. It cost him a hole in his hand. If Pike had been there, maybe he'd still have it whole. But we see he got a nice little accoutrement, a nice new little accent from that whole escapade. So, and it's also a reminder, I think, for him now too, of not allowing that type of negative emotion to consume him in the future. Because once this happens, he's been living that way a long time. It's not to say that now that he knows that these people are gone and he has at least dealt with some of what happened, Percy's default is going to be rage and revenge and anger, right? Like he said that to Cassandra when he eventually told her to take over Whitestone. He was like, I've lived in this for so long that like that's kind of my default. It's not the right place for me to, like, I shouldn't be leading people when that's the way my brain works. So I'm glad that he recognized that kind of thinking is going to take him a while to deprogram from. But again, I think that little hole in his hand and the jewel in there, it will be a nice reminder to him of what happens when he lets that get too far, when he sits in those emotions for too long. And hopefully going forward now, he knows he can rely on Vox Machina and the different members there to help him get through those things before it gets to a point of, oh, I don't know, summoning a demon by accident. So yeah, really, really good messaging, good moments in that episode. And we see now that when they go back to the kingdom, it was all said and done, that the king is obviously out from Silas's control, has been ever since Silas was destroyed, and he understands now what happened to him, and he is saying that he no longer wants to be the sole ruler. He actually wants the council to rule the kingdom going forward. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I definitely have always thought that the role of a monarch is a lot. To have so many lives and fates in your hands is a lot of responsibility. And sadly, you'll almost always piss at least one faction off at some point. But I do agree with his messaging around the fact that no one person could know what's right for the majority. Like, it just, there's too many people, too many different lifestyles, mindsets, understandings, circumstances, etc., for one person to ever be able to understand that fully and be able to serve that in the best way. So for him having a diverse group of people and thinking around to help him make better decisions, I think is better. Again, I don't know if he should have abdicated his sovereignty in that way, but I 1,000% agree with him no longer thinking that decisions should be made unilaterally, that there should be a council involved going forward. So yeah, Vox Machina now has even more responsibility. The growth from season 1, where no one even thought they could complete a mission, to now having the entire realm as part of their responsibility shows you the growth that they've had and the impact that they've had in such a short time, which is really cool. But then we ended the episode with, unfortunately, our girl Vax getting that god-awful headache, and we see that dragons are on the approach. And this takes us back to the first couple episodes of the season, where they did warn that some of the dragons were looking to wage war with the kingdoms. And so it looks like this is going to be our next big obstacle going into season 2. These dragons are showing up for them for now, which again, like I said, is a lot, but not as scary as, like, I don't know, a riot of them, like 20 or 30 of them, I guess. But depending on what kind of dragons they are, and oh gosh, I already forgot what color the one in the front was. I think it was black. But anyway, yeah, it could be a real problem, especially if they are just as smart as, if not smarter than Krieg was. So that's going to be some fresh hell for our group next season. But hey, the one thing you got to do in this life is do better and grow, right? So this is going to be their opportunity to do so. And I think the only other tidbit was the little thing between Vex and Keyleth. It looks like their relationship's going to be staying where it is for now. There'll be no advancements in any other direction there, but I'm okay with that because it's only season 1. Typically, whenever it comes to romantic couplings in shows like this, especially when they're in such a close-knit group, it's a good idea to put those off as long as possible, because once you cross that line, things tend to get messy, and so do loyalties, and we don't need that quite so early in their development. So yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. This whole season was great. The show is great. I'm looking forward to jumping into season 2. I'm so thankful that it was recommended to me. Thank you so much to all the critters who've been very, very helpful through all these episodes and through this season, giving me lots of context and extra information. Please keep that coming when I start into season 2. Thank you so much for your viewership, your support, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. Please do stay tuned for season 2. It's coming up very shortly. Thank you for everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like this video, please show it some love, and I will see you in the next video.